few of you are kind of wanting to know about civil services. Every year, students from IIT they qualify into civil services. Here, I don't know how many of them are there in the list, but even in my batch, even in the previous batches like 2004, I know 2003 topper Mr. Ankur Garg, he did his chemical engineering from IIT Delhi, and he was All India Rank 1 in UPSC 2003 result. And his son has got admitted into IIT again. So therefore, this relevance of the question of choice counts. That what is the choice that we all need to make? What is the choice which is relevant for us, and what is the choice of you selecting a career or you selecting a path for your life journey, which will enable you to reach up to the goal or reach up to the aim which you have aspired for. And along with that choice is also very important the next component which was mentioned in the topic which was sent to me by the team. The importance of choice, courage, and lessons from the public service. So choice of course is important, that how do you visualize yourself, and then what is the career path that you choose. The next important and very relevant for each one of us is how much courage. So courage does not mean only your physical courage. It actually means your inner strength. That if you choose a path, then whether you are able to stick to that or not, that becomes relevant, that becomes very important. And then of course, there are other factors also which will guide you through your journey. So when we talk about choice per se, choice I would say is the ambition which you give to yourself. And this ambition can be only driven by you, or it can be a kind of a conscious choice by your family, or it can also be, circumstantial in the sense that, for example, in my case also, my choice of being in civil services was not like a childhood dream. It came much later when I was even a student like you, way back in 2003. During my last year of graduation, only I got to know about civil services. And the example which I mentioned initially, Mr. Ankur Garg. So Mr. Ankur Garg's interview actually I read in one of the magazines in my college library. I was doing my graduation from Shriram College of Commerce. And during that time, I was also doing company secretary, and I got my placement in two very good MNCs through the college placement cell. But then this idea of coming into civil services struck me, and then when I discussed this with my parents, especially my father, so nobody actually agreed. Why they did not agree was that in our family, nobody had ever discussed about civil services. Our family has had its roots in Panipat district, Haryana, which we all know that it has been affected by a patriarchal mindset. Wherein if I tell about my cousin, so it was hardly like getting educated up to graduation level and then settle into the married life. So that was a kind of an environment in which my upbringing was there. My extended family was like that. So this decision of coming into civil services was not easy, and there were a lot of apprehensions like, why this shift now? I was about to start my private sector career at a good level, and then selection in civil services is never a short thing. Nobody can certify that yes, if you study for one year, 2 years, then you will qualify. No, it is not like that. And then if I don't qualify, then what will I do? And even if I qualify, then what service I will get, what rank I will get, where would I be posted, and how will I settle my family life, more so being a female. So all these questions were there in the minds of my parents. It took me around 5-6 months to convince them that no, this is the career which I want I should take because society. So that choice at of time was very important for me. So my father also gave an advice to me that since civil services selection is not a short thing, so he suggested that you have an alternative career fallback option also. A plan B, that if you're not able to clear civil services, what will you do? So I started my law also. So basically my graduation by that time was already complete. In 2004, my company secretary course, which I was doing, so I completed that. I did my training. I got my ACS number, the professional number I got. In the same year, I started my LLB from Delhi University. And of course, my bigger aim in life, my civil services examination, I started preparation towards that. So basically from 2005 to 2007 until my selection, these three things were moving parallel in my life. My focus was on, of course, civil services preparation, but I was also doing law, which was a regular course. So I was supposed to attend the law classes from Delhi University Faculty of Law. And I was also supposed to attend to the office, not on daily basis, but yes, once in a week or so. And that office was based in Manesar at that time. Like I was based in Delhi, and from Delhi I had to travel to Manesar using public transport. And we all know that at that time public transport connectivity also from Delhi to Gurgaon was not that good. So there was a lot of struggle, there was a lot of issues of time management, but still I think it was my conviction, and because that was a choice which I had given to my own self, that is why I could sustain the pressure which was there. I appeared for my first attempt in 2006. I wrote prelims, I wrote mains, but unfortunately I did not get an interview call. So basically I flunked at stage number 2 in civil services examination. So definitely I was very demotivated. I was dejected because there was a lot of risk which I had taken in my life, and there was a complete career transformation, career path change which I had taken just because of my inner calling. And then when I kind of analyzed, I got my mark sheet, and the fear which was there in my mind always since like I was a student in my school days, that actually fear was the reason for my failure. So I was actually weak in general studies subject like history, politics, geography, international affairs. And myself being a commerce student, I had not practiced them in last few years. So I only read them for the purpose of UPSC examination. So then I made a commitment to myself that now I should not fail because of the same weakness. Because I know that yes, I was weak in my 10th class also. I scored lesser marks in history, civics, geography. But now this reason should not lead me to fail again in this toughest examination of my life. Because I never knew that whether I would be appearing for this examination again or not. So I very consciously made a strategy of how to devote time on general studies, how to get that conceptual clarity, how to get that command. I had after writing practice, PYQs, all those things I did. And then in my next attempt, that is in 2007, I gave this examination again. I wrote prelims, mains, interview, I got selected. In my batch, I was ranked 13, and I had got All India written highest marks in my batch. And what to my satisfaction was even more happier thing for me was that my marks in the general studies were even higher than my core optional subjects. So why I'm discussing these examples with you all is that yes, we all make a choice for our career, choice for our life. Many a times we tend to feel that maybe we made a wrong decision, or maybe we are not able to kind of sustain the challenge which the choice is putting into. But then it is our courage and commitment. It is our conviction. It is our perseverance which will actually help us to remove these obstacles or remove these failures and then achieve those goals which we visualize for our own self. So therefore, this importance of courage is very, very relevant. And friends, it is not only relevant for you as a student, it will be even more important when you join your professional career. When you start your career, then things become even more ticklish. As a student, your life is very much, I would say, protected. You are in a protected environment. You are coming to your academy, your college, university. You have your professors, mentors, teachers, guide, friends, family, and there is no societal pressure. Of course, there is a pressure to perform, pressure to get good marks. But then when you move out of this closed space, then there would be the actual challenge of life. And during that phase, it is your own inner strength or inner courage that will actually help you to decide that whether yes, this is the path which I have taken, whether this is right or not. And if you are not able to achieve to your goal or vision in your life, then how do you change? And how do you kind of sustain that pressure? That will be determined by your courage. And when I am with students, so there are few acronyms which I always tend to use. So one is that I also wrote in my interview when my selection was there way back in 2008. The 4 P's, which I feel is relevant for each one of us. Passion, patience, perseverance, and positive outlook. Passion is required because you need to actually have that kind of longingness for that particular thing. आपको जुनून होना जरूरी है. अगर आपको उस लक्ष्य को प्राप्त करना है तो उस लक्ष्य की प्राप्ति तक वो जुनून होना जरूरी है. पेशेंस इसलिए जरूरी है कि हो सकता है कि आपको फर्स्ट ट्राई में, फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में उस चीज की प्राप्ति ना हो. बट देन how do you rework your strategy is also part of your patience. And then perseverance is of course very important because you need to give your efforts repeatedly. एक बार फेल होने का मतलब ये नहीं है कि आप दोबारा ट्राई नहीं कर सकते. You can definitely try, and I don't need to tell you are already all brilliant minds. If you are getting into IIT, that definitely tells that yes, you have a brain which is kind of very sharp. And then if you give a goal to yourself in your life, then there are very less chances that you will not perform well, but then there are still chances that you may face failure. So how to overcome that failure will be determined by your perseverance and then of course that positive outlook or positive self-belief. I would say that you need to believe in yourself, and I'm sure you must have heard various statements, various motivational statements on self-belief, positive self-belief, that if you do not believe yourself, nobody else would. Actually, it is true. अगर मैंने अपने ऊपर उस समय नहीं विश्वास किया होता तो शायद मेरा करियर पाथ सिविल सर्विसेज की तरफ जाता ही नहीं. I would have continued definitely to being in corporate sector. हो सकता है उसमें भी मैं एक लेवल तक अच्छा करती. आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि यू विल बी फेलियर इन सपोज if you are not getting your dream thing and in the next thing you will not achieve good. It is possible कि you perform even better. But the point is कि what choice do you make for your career, for your journey, and then how you are able to sustain it with your commitment and with your conviction. So that is why your conviction about the path which you have chosen, that is friends very, very important. And that is why I use another acronym with students which I had given a short form as VGPA, Vision, Goal, Plan and Action. What is your aim for life? How do you visualize yourself? So You are all doing different streams of engineering and you are excelling into those. But we also see that many a times there is a shift in the stream. So whether that shift in the stream, you opting for a career in management or you opting for a career in civil services or you becoming an entrepreneur, whether this is a well thought of or a well reasoned decision or not, that vision should be clear to you now. Now is the time. Your graduation years are very, very crucial. Your graduation years are very, very important. And then goal is actually the achievable units. For example, if you feel that after 3 years I have to try for this organization and I have to attempt that, yes, I would join at that company in this level, at that level. So for those things, what are the achievable units? What are the short-term goals which you need to undertake? That, friends, is also very, very important. And then your planning. We all know without planning you will definitely fail. So your planning should be a realistic assessment of what you are doing today, how many hours or how many number of hours per day are available for you to devote, and then your action. So your strategy will not give you any result unless and until you take action on that. So friends, vision, goal, plan and action. It is not like you have to write it every day, no, but just have a conscious decision, have a consciousness in your mind that yes, this is my aim, purpose of life. This is where I aspire to reach, say after 3 or 5 years. And then what are the simple steps? What are the different benchmarks which you need to achieve in between to reach up to that level? And then nothing can be done unless and until you take your action. Miss G. Madhavi Lata, an engineer, जिनके बारे में last year सबने पढ़ा, and Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji inaugurated the which kind of bridge? Anybody tell me? Miss G. Madhavi Lata. Chenab Bridge. Yes, the bridge over River Chenab, which is seabed से लेके अभी तक का world's highest bridge. And it took her 17 years. Of course, she was assisted by her team, but it took 17 years. So, चेनाब नदी के ऊपर वो ब्रिज भी किसी इंजीनियर ने डिजाइन किया, उसको इम्प्लीमेंट करने का साहस रखा और उस पूरे काम को करने में 16-17 सालों का अनुभव, उसका मेहनत लगा. But she and her team, and of course the support of government and whosoever was involved within the administration, they did not give up. They had that kind of courage to sustain. So friends, read about all these stories, inspiring stories of people around you. You will actually get many ideas.